The Beef Story, from Aurochs to Angus. Hey everyone, and welcome to Minute's Review. Today we're diving into the juicy world of beef, not just what's on your plate, but the remarkable journey of cattle from wild beasts to a global culinary staple. We'll explore their ancient origins, how humans transformed them, and the complex industry that feeds our cravings today. So buckle up, grab a fork or maybe just a napkin, and let's sink our teeth into the history of beef. Ancient origins, Aurochs to domestication. Our story begins millions of years ago with the mighty Aurochs, massive wild cattle that roamed Europe and Asia. These were no cute cows. They stood 6 feet tall at the shoulder and weighed over a ton. But around 10,000 years ago, something incredible happened. Early humans started to domesticate these beasts, transforming them into the cows we know today. This wasn't a simple task. Aurochs were fiercely independent and dangerous. Imagine trying to herd these giants with a stick. But through selective breeding and sheer persistence, humans gradually tamed them, creating smaller, gentler animals that provided milk, meat, and labor. This shift laid the foundation for the beef industry we have today. Evolution of breeds and changing tastes. Fast forward a few thousand years, and cattle breeds began to diversify. Farmers in different regions, from the British Isles to India, bred cows for specific traits like milk production, cold tolerance, or meat quality. This resulted in the incredible variety of breeds we see today, from the majestic Angus to the humped Zebu. But our tastes for beef also evolved. Early humans likely just ate what they could get, but as societies developed, preferences changed. In Europe, a taste for marbled, tender meat emerged, leading to breeds like Angus and Wagyu, prized for their rich flavor and fat content. The rise of the beef industry. By the 19th century, the beef industry had boomed. The development of railroads and refrigeration allowed cattle to be transported and stored over long distances, making beef available to millions who never before had access to it. Large ranches in the Americas and Australia became major producers, and massive processing plants were built to meet the growing demand. Global trade and market dynamics. Today, the beef market is truly global. Brazil, the United States, India, and China are the top producers, while countries like Japan, South Korea, and the United States are major consumers. Trade agreements and economic factors constantly influence where beef goes and how much it costs. The demand for beef continues to rise, driven by factors like population growth, increasing incomes, and urbanization. This presents both opportunities and challenges for the industry. On the one hand, it means more business and economic growth. But on the other hand, it raises concerns about environmental sustainability, animal welfare, and fair trade practices. The future of beef. So, what does the future hold for beef? The industry is facing pressure to adapt. Alternative protein sources like plant-based meat and lab-grown meat are gaining traction, and consumers are increasingly demanding sustainable and ethical production practices. The future of beef may not be about mass production and cheap steaks. Instead, we may see a shift towards smaller, more sustainable farms focused on quality over quantity. There will likely be a bigger emphasis on animal welfare and environmental impact. And who knows, we might even see some exotic cuts and cooking methods making their way to our plates. The global beef market is a complex and dynamic beast, with various players vying for a slice of the delicious pie. When it comes to exports, a few key countries dominate the scene, each with its own unique strengths and specialties. Let's take a closer look at the top beef exporters and their respective market shares. Brazil, the undisputed king of beef exports. Brazil holds a whopping 23.8% share of the global market. Australia, Down Under, Australia claims a 13.66% share of the beef export market. Known for its high-quality Angus and Wagyu breeds, Australia caters to discerning palates worldwide. United States, the land of the cowboy, the U.S. holds a 13.5% share of the global beef export market. While beef consumption within India is limited due to religious and cultural reasons, the country surprisingly holds a 7.66% share of the global beef export market. Argentina of Argentine beef takes center stage with a 5.5% share of the export market. Well, that's the story of beef. from ancient Aurochs to the complex global industry we have today. It's a journey of human ingenuity, changing tastes, and the ever-evolving relationship between man and meat. Thanks for joining me on this delicious adventure.